What's up, guys? Grayson here. It is Friday, September 6th. We just had Thursday Night Football yesterday, and we have Flex Friday today on PrizePicks, which we will be building out a slip for later today. But for right now, we're going to put in some slips for PrizePicks and an underdog with the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop in the comments what bets you guys are playing in today. With all that said, let's go ahead and make some slips. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We got PrizePicks and underdog up on the left side of the screen. On the right side, we have our Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Once again, if you guys want to check this out, use code TRIDENT for 25% off at DGFantasy.com. So first prop that I see at the top of the optimizer, we have Mitch Spence and Tarek Skubal over 12.5 strikeouts for the combo prop. We're going to go ahead and throw that in our slip as the first leg, unless PrizePicks decides to bump it. So he's already at 13 here. We are going to go take Kevin Gausman under 30.5 fantasy score. We see that as our second top prop here. And then we're going to go down. We're going to get some NFL. So this is for tonight's game. We're going to take Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley over rushing yards. The combo prop, that is. Line should be at 168.5. If I can find it. Is that even here? Am I blind? There it is. A rushing and receiving yards combo. So that's going to be here. I was like, my goodness, that line's way off. All right, 168.5 for rushing and receiving yards, the combo prop for both Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley. We do have an esports prop here as well. Starts at 10:30. I could do this. The video will be out by the time that the match starts. But I think I'm going to skip over it just so you guys who may be watching this later in the day still are able to get this in. So we're going to go ahead and skip one down to Javonte Williams over 2.5 receptions. As we see, PrizePicks bumps this line only by 1 yard. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off our slip. Unless we see it still on the optimizer here in a second. But we're going to go over to Javonte Williams and take his over 2.5 receptions against the Seahawks this week. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. We do see Christian McCaffrey here with a 21.0 fantasy score. A little bit higher than what the books have. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in our slip. That is going to possibly change, though, if I see something else that I like. We all know the scares of taking unders on Christian McCaffrey. At least that's how it was last season. We're going to go ahead and take Kaimi Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals made. So quite a bit of NFL props for this week in this slip right here. So we got 3 NFL props and then obviously Kevin Gausman for today. We are going to go back over to MLB. Sorry. We're going to take Zach Wheeler over 18.5 pitching outs. And we could finish it off there if we wanted to throw that combo back in there. Let me refresh, see what else we got. Again, 2 CS2 props that start in about an hour from when this is being filmed. We may end up, you know what? I think we're going to end up finishing this off with Manea under fantasy score here against the Reds. We saw the Reds put up 9 runs in the first inning. I don't think that was yesterday. I think it's just the other day. Hopefully he can do the same against Manea today. So that's going to be our 25x on PrizePicks that we're rolling with. Go ahead and get this copied on over to those members in the Dub Club. If you guys are not in the Dub Club yet, now's the perfect time to join. Football season's here. I'm ready to get off to a hot start. We've got correlation all figured out now. So super excited to get that rolling. We do, or you should see in the description of this video, a free link to join. So if you're not already in the Dub Club, make sure you join through that link, and that way you're not missing out on any of our winners. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this posted, and we're gonna hop on over to Underdog. Hopefully get some value over there. If you guys are following along on the Twitter, you would know that we have our streaks that are continuing to go. We took Mark Andrews under fantasy points last night. The most sweat-free prop I've ever taken, I must say. 2.4 fantasy points. I think he had like maybe 2 targets, if not 1. So this was super free. We're at 3 legs. I forget the exact. I think we need to get 10 in a row. But it'll get up to 1,000x once we get, so here it is. So 8 picks in a row. And I guess the last day we got to do 2 picks in a row, I think. I don't know what this means. Maybe this is the different, I think this is the payouts for non-streaks. Because I know streaks is on iOS only at the moment. So maybe it just doesn't show that here. Let's see if I pull it up on my phone. It should say, yeah, so keep the streak going. We can cash out for $60 right now. This is off of a $10 entry, or we can keep it going. So I believe the way it works is we just add 1 pick every day. So if you guys can see that on the very bottom there, those little dots here, we're 3 through, I believe that's 10. It looks like it's 11 actually. 3, 6, 9, 11. Unless I can't count. No, it is 11 picks. So today's day 4. So I guess in a week we should have 10,000. I think that's how that works. So we're gonna head back over to the normal Underdog page, and we're gonna go over to Underdog over here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Again, just a quick run through of how simple this is to make money. I use this to craft my slips on a daily basis. Up here we have our DFS apps, PrizePicks, Underdog, etc. And then down here we have our sportsbook lines, and this creates a super simple color-coded graph essentially of which of those props that are available on the app are actually considered profitable when you put them in, a 6-man, a 5-man, whatever it may be. You can always adjust that here with the slip type. So we're gonna hop over to Underdog. Lots of esports right away. 2 a.m. for tomorrow, I guess, is gonna be our first prop. So we see that this has an 11.5. Let me pause this real quick. This is a scenario where it's early and I'd like for people to get in with me on the streaks, but when I see minus 311, that's a prop that screams to me this has value. I should probably put this in. I'd say if this was later in the day, if this is still here at that same line, I will probably make this my 4th leg for the streaks. Because obviously we see here an 11.5 line on Underdog, and we go over to Hot Streak, which takes in money and adjusts their lines as such. 4 kills off with some extra juice on the over 15.5. So this is a huge prop to take here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this auto refresh. I've been using that for the streaks just to make sure I get the best props in. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to this CS2 prop. Oxygen plays at noon Eastern time. We're gonna take the under 27 map kills there for maps 1 and 2. Then we're gonna go over to No Way at 6 p.m. tonight. We're gonna take his over 7 map 1 headshots. So this is the 6 p.m. game Eastern time. Do not get it confused. I know some of you guys on West Coast or Central time may get confused when I do these, and the times are a little bit different than what you guys have. But the maps or the games that they're playing does matter. So please take that into consideration. We're gonna skip down here. We're gonna have everything in this slip. We're gonna have League. We're gonna have CS2 and a little bit of Dota as well. So I take that back. I don't know if I want to run it. Dota, so the line here we have is 3 maps 1 and 2 kills for this Dota 2 prop ZZQ. Okay. Now, DGF is telling us minus 159. So this prop has value. However, I get picky when it comes to data points. As you see up here, we have 1 data point, but I've talked about this before. Hot Streak, again, changes the lines as money comes in, which is sharp. It's like a sportsbook, essentially. Sportsbooks change lines as money comes in. PrizePicks and other DFS apps, most other DFS apps will set a specific line and they have to manually adjust to it. So with that said, Parlay Play has their line at 3.5, only 0.5 off from where ZZQ is right now on Underdog. We also are getting him at a solid 3, which gives us some push potential, which again, I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm gonna skip over this and see if we have any better options down below. It looks to me like ropes here is probably going to be our next best bet, but again, 10:30 a.m. is about an hour from when this is being filmed. I'd like to give you guys a little bit more leeway to get some props in. We may be able to sneak in CD Lamb here for his under fantasy score. We only have 3 picks in right now, so this may be a struggle to finish this slip, but we're going to do our best. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw CD in here. So that's just under 15.45 fantasy points. Obviously, we see here several sportsbooks have this line about 1 to 2 fantasy points off, which is a slight edge, but good enough for me to throw it into a slip. And then from here, I'm just going to look at individual books to see maybe if there's certain ones that are leaning a certain way. We do need 2 more props. Could be tricky again. We see here, I don't even know what prop this is, but DraftKings has it at -140. We see Fliff has it at -140. Hot Streak -139. Parlay Play -149. Mason McCoy over 0.5 total bases. We can come back to that. We still have quite a few books. We have 4 books here that do not have that at an appropriate level for us to get that slip in. Let's see here. I do want to complete this slip, hopefully. Definitely don't want to force anything, which we all know. You know, I'm okay with taking this. We're going to take Aaliyah Boston under 13.5 points. Okay. We have -138 on FanDuel. We have -145 on Bovada, -147 on Parlay Play, and a 12.5 line on Hot Streak. So we're going to throw this in. That's for tonight. Aaliyah Boston under 13.5 points. And then we need 1 more prop. Okay. We might run with Chase Brown here. -145, -147, -140. So like a lot of times what I personally like to do is if the optimizer isn't telling me what I need to take or enough for me to take to complete my slip, I'll go look at the individual books and I'll see, are there more? You can only have 1 entry with C land per game. That's a weird limitation. I didn't realize I already had them in my other slips. But what I was saying is that what I will do is I will look to see if more sports books have a prop favored at an appropriate amount than not, like something that would qualify. So we see William Contreras popped up here for the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs and was immediately taken off, which is a bummer, but we're still at 5. We got to get 1 more prop in here. Still a lot of esports that we just can't take because it's same team. Let's look at Hot Streak. Hot Streak may give us something here. Passion UA. We can do that. That's fine. I don't like that we have PrizePicks over here that also has this at 15.5. Man, this is tough. Let's do... We already took phase, right? Did we already take the phase prop? We didn't. Why didn't we take a phase prop? I thought we were just looking at one. I think we can take Brokey here, though, over 31.5. We see this line is 2 off from Hot Streak, and then we got 0.5 and 1 off from both Parlay Play and PrizePicks. I don't know why I thought we had a phase prop in there. I don't know if they got removed, but we are going to play this as our 6-man. So make sure you guys are getting this in. Again, as always, I'm going to have these links in the description of this video, so you guys are able to get those in real quick. But that's going to do it for the video. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. Make sure you guys are following me on both Twitter and on YouTube here, TikTok as well, and on Instagram. All the support is greatly appreciated. So again, I'm going to have these links in the description below, and hopefully we cash them out. Stay tuned for hopefully a stream later today where we build out our Flex Friday slip. So I'll see you guys later today or tomorrow. Peace out.